两只英语短文听读 A little red hen 一只小红母鸡 Once upon a time, there was a little red hen. One day, the little red hen found some grains of wheat. She decided to plant them, but her friends, the duck and the goose, didn't want to help. The little red hen worked hard all by herself. When the wheat grew up, she harvested it. Then she made bread all alone. Finally, she ate the delicious bread by herself while her friends watched. 两只英语短文听读 Dongan Li Festival 东莞荔枝节 One day, little Amy learned about the Dongan Li Festival, which made her extremely excited. So, she went to Dongan with her parents. When they arrived, they found lychees that were red and juicy everywhere. There were many people selling lychees, and even some were giving out free samples. Amy tasted one and, wow! It was incredibly sweet. Then they watched a very interesting parade. The people in the parade were dressed in beautiful clothes and carried baskets filled with lychees. Amy also played some games at the festival and was lucky enough to win a small toy. At the end of the day, Amy and her parents left Dongan with big smiles on their faces, carrying bags filled with delicious lychees. They all deeply loved the Dongan Li Festival. 两只英语短文听读 Drop the handkerchief 丢手绢 One day, a group of children decided to play the game of drop the handkerchief. They sat in a circle on the grass. One child had a colorful handkerchief. He started to walk around the circle while the others closed their eyes. When he quietly dropped the handkerchief behind a little girl, he ran back to his seat quickly. The little girl didn't notice at first. But when the other children shouted, "The handkerchief is behind you," she realized and ran after the boy. The boy ran as fast as he could, but the little girl was very smart and caught him. Everyone had so much fun playing this game. They laughed and shouted, and their happy voices filled the garden. 两只英语短文听读 Going to the sea by yacht 乘坐游艇出海 Jack's family was super excited because they were going on an amazing adventure. They got on their shiny private luxury yacht and zoomed off towards the vast sea. When they reached the deep blue sea, Jack couldn't wait to start fishing. He put his little fishing rod in the water and whoosh! He caught a huge, colorful fish in no time. Everyone was cheering and laughing. Suddenly, a group of friendly dolphins came swimming by. They were leaping and playing in the waves like acrobats. Jack and his sister, Lily, were completely amazed. They watched the dolphins do all kinds of tricks, their hearts filled with joy. Then, it was time for a picnic. They spread out a colorful blanket on the yacht and feasted on yummy sandwiches and refreshing juice. It was like a party on the sea. 两支英语短文听读 From head to toe 从头到脚 I can do many things from head to toe. I can wave my hands like a monkey. I can bend my knees like a frog. I can stomp my feet like an elephant. I can wiggle my bottom like a duck. I can shake my head like a dog. I can nod my head like a chicken. I can arch my back like a cat. I can turn my head like an owl. I have so much fun doing these actions. And I tell my friends to do them too. They all laugh and enjoy it. We play this game every day. It makes us happy from head to toe. 两支英语短文听读 A cycling trip in the park. 公园骑行记 One day, I went to ride a bike with my friend. We were very excited. We rode our bikes to a park. The park was very beautiful, with green grass and colorful flowers. We rode around the park, feeling the wind blowing on our faces. After a while, we saw a small hill. We decided to ride up the hill. It was a little difficult, but we tried our best. When we got to the top of the hill, we looked down and saw the whole park. It was so amazing. Then we rode down the hill quickly. It was really fun. We laughed and shouted happily. In the end, we rode back home. We were tired but very happy. We had a great time riding bikes with our friend. 两支英语短文听读 Kitty and the Puppet Show. 凯蒂与木偶戏 Joyful Kitty is at the puppet show. Her eyes are shining bright. The show starts with a puppet of a brave knight. The knight is fighting a big dragon. Kitty holds her breath, feeling so nervous. At this time, a little fairy puppet comes. She waves her magic wand and makes beautiful flowers bloom. Kitty smiles, thinking it's so magical. Suddenly, a funny clown puppet jumped out. It does all kinds of funny poses and makes everyone laugh loudly. Kitty laughs until her tummy hurts. After that, a smart fox puppet tells interesting stories. Kitty listens carefully, completely lost in the tales. Finally, the puppet show ends. Kitty gives a big hug to the puppets. She goes home with sweet memories. 两支英语短文听读 Making bread. 制作面包 One fine morning, Amanda wanted to make bread with her friends. She called Lily, Tom, and Ben. They gathered in Amanda's kitchen. Amanda had flour and honey. Lily brought sprinkles. Tom had butter. And Ben carried eggs. First, they mixed flour and water. It was messy but fun. Then, Tom added butter and Amanda stirred. Next, Ben cracked the eggs. Lily put in honey and mixed. The dough became smooth. They rolled the dough into funny shapes like stars and hearts. Then, they put it in the oven. While waiting, they played and told jokes. When the oven beeped, the bread was ready. The smell was great. They took out the golden and warm bread. They put sprinkles on top. The bread looked beautiful and delicious. Everyone had a big piece and smiled. 两支英语短文听读。Garfield making coffee. 加菲猫制作咖啡。One fine day, Garfield found a bag of coffee beans in the pantry. I'm going to make coffee, he said excitedly. He put the beans in a pot and heated them up. But the beans started jumping around and making a mess. Oh no, Garfield shouted. Then he had an idea. He put the beans in a blender and made them into a smooth paste. After that, he poured the paste into a filter and added hot water. Slowly, the coffee dripped into a pot. Garfield couldn't wait. He filled a cup and took a big sip. Ah, it's perfect, he smiled. 两支英语短文听读。A wonderful trip to the zoo. 动物园的奇妙之旅。One sunny day, I went to the zoo with my parents. As soon as I entered, I was so excited. I went straight to the monkey area. The monkeys were really naughty. They were swinging from branch to branch. I was watching them happily when one monkey jumped right in front of me and snatched the banana I was holding. I was so surprised. After that, I came to the giraffe enclosure. The giraffes were so tall. I tried to feed them some leaves. Just as I was feeding, a giraffe stuck out its long neck and licked my face. It tickled and made me laugh. Finally, I saw the pandas. They were cute and lazy, just lying there. I wanted to get closer to see them better, but I accidentally tripped and fell. But it didn't matter, because I had a really fun time at the zoo. It was an unforgettable day.